Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, as most of you already know. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys like it. Alright, now that that is up and out of my face, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to start with my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. Just dab some of that on the back of my hand. I drop everything, guys, like that. So you just want to spread this all over your face, make sure it gets in there. And I want to be playing around with color today because a lot of you guys on my Instagram voted for color. So I actually want to start with the eyes because I'm going to have most likely a whole lot of fallout. So I'm just going to prime my face first and then go into my eyes, and that's going to allow the moisturizer to sit and settle into my skin. I'm going to be using my Morphe 35B palette because color. I'm going to start my eyes with not this one. With the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer by Smashbox. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that. And you want to make sure you rub it into your eye and kind of make sure it gets everywhere and not just like... I'm crooked. Still crooked. Straight. Too low. Alright, that's gonna have to work. So my camera just stopped recording and let me know that my SD card was full, so I had to go back in and get rid of some stuff. So as I was saying, I'm just going into the Smashbox eyeshadow primer. And you want to rub that all over your eye. Make sure there's no clumps or any creases, because putting shadow on top of that, it'll just ruin the entire effect of having a shadow primer. It's just going to crease and, you know, basically come off and not look very nice for very long. So now that we've got that down, we want to start with a base color. So I'm going to take this, I don't know how I'm going to do these. This color right here, which is just a nude. I'm going to take this very nude color. It's basically the same color as my skin. Oh, it's a little whiter. I should bring you guys in closer for this. Ooh, hello. So I'm just going to be blending this base color in from my lid all the way to my brow bone, and this is just going to help be my transition shade. So just take my fluffy blending brush and make sure that gets all over. This is going to help any other colors that I put on top of it just blend seamlessly with no harsh lines. Should I do like sunset eyes? I don't know. I'm going to dive into this blue right here. It's like kind of like this really bright, I don't want to say teal, Tiffany blue? No. I don't know colors. It's bright blue. It's pretty. So I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush and just dip it into that. And I'm going to hit, ooh, pigment. Okay. I'm going to hit the outer corner and take that up into my crease. And this is going to be more of my transition shade because I want to darken this up a lot. Oh gosh, wow. As you can see, that's really bright. So now I'm going to take the shade right next to it, which is just this like darker, more toned down blue. Not so like shocking. And I'm going to hit that outer corner and then try to keep it a little tighter in my crease. Okay, now I'm going to take this, I'm getting out of my pants. I'm going to take this really dark like navy blue right here. And I'm going to hit that outer corner again. Just in my outer corner. I'm going to take my fluffy why is it so hard to say? Fluffy blending brush. Fluffy blending brush. Say that 3 times fast. So I'm going to just take that, and I wiped off any excess powder, and I'm just going to go over these blue shadows and just kind of even everything out, make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so that's what we have now. I'm going to actually take a little bit of concealer first so that that pink, wow, I'm really close to the camera, so that pink shade really sticks. So I'm just going to go in with my LA Pro Conceal in the shade Light Ivory. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. That was a lot, that was not a little bit. And I'm going to take a flat concealer brush and dip into that, and I'm just gonna kind of just outline where I want that pink to be so that that color can really pop. I'm not worrying too much about the placement of this because I'm not doing such a cut crease look. I just kind of want to make sure that color shows up. So I'm going to take now a flat eyeshadow brush. I don't like the one I grabbed, so I'm going to grab a different one. This one doesn't belong to me. Sorry, Jackie, it's yours. I will give it back. Maybe, probably not. Yeah, I will. Okay, so I'm going to just dip into, wow, to that. You see how bright that is? You see that on the brush. I'm going to dip into this hot pink shade right here. And we're just gonna dive right in. Ooh, okay. And instead of smudging this on, I'm kind of patting it so it packs on the color. It doesn't exactly just like swipe it over. It doesn't look as pigmented. So you want to do this when you want to get, I can't even look at myself in the viewfinder at the moment. When you want to get a lot of color out of your eyeshadow, or if it's like a shimmer shade, you kind of want to pat and pack it in instead of just whoosh all over the lid. Whoosh, that's what happens with makeup. Now I'm going to swipe it because I don't want it to be as pigmented. I'm just going to do that between the blue and the pink. Kind of create some sort of transition. I'm going to do purple in the middle because pink, blue, red, and blue makes purple, you know. So I'm going to take same brush that has the pink on it, and I'm going to dip into, let me show you. There we go. Okay, I'm going to dip into this like purple shade right here. Do you see it? Yeah, that one. So I'm just going to take that same brush, the same flat brush that I've been using, and I'm going to go right between those two colors. So now I want to take the same blending brush that I've been using this whole time and go over this pink shade, kind of soften up that line, and then do you see the blue that I just did on myself? No? Now I'm going to go back in with that blue. It's just this like darker, more toned down blue. And I just want to kind of create more of a transition because right now these colors are looking a little harsh. So I'm going to take this really little flat brush. I'm going to this one right here. And I want to hit my inner corner and bring it up into that hot pink just to blend it through a little bit. Why don't we highlight under the brow bone with this too? Okay, since those are two different colors, you definitely want to make sure that you go back in with that blending brush and you just make those blend in. Self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure a lot of you actually just wanted like a natural, normal, like maybe fall look, and I'm here like, no, you're getting hot pink and blue. So let's start on my face. I already have that moisturizer down and set in. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer. Get a little bit on the back of my hand. And what you want to do is just buff this into your skin. Make sure that it settles into those pores and your makeup won't. So it'll look very flawless. I'm just going to take that and just with my finger just buff it in. So now that that's done, what is next? Just going to go into foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to be using is my Lancome? I don't know. I'm just going with my beauty blender and start blending that in. This is starting to, is it? I feel like it's starting to get a little tan for me because I haven't gotten a tan. My summer glow is already going away. And so this is, yeah, it's already starting to look a little bit more orangey than it was. I swear it was this color. Make sure you drag it down onto your neck, especially if you're having a little bit of the issue that I'm having, which is it being just like slightly off your skin tone. So you want to make sure that you drag it down and, you know, onto your ears, up into your hairline. Now that I have that everywhere, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. And I love this thing. If you watched my last video, you know that I swear by it. I'm going to take my foundation brush that I used earlier. This just works great at battling those under eye circles, that purplish that we all get, like so. Then I'm going to go in with my little baby beauty blender, which is the yellow one, or the neon green, I don't know, I've heard it called by all different colors. And I'm just going to blend that in. I'm going to go in now with my Cover FX Cream Concealer in the shade P Light. And I'm just going to go ahead and dot this under my eyes and anywhere where I want to brighten up my face or cover any redness. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go back in with the same little baby beauty blender. Is that even what it's called? I feel like that's not what it's called, but that's what I call it. Okay, now that that's done, you can see how much lighter my eyes look, well, under my eyes look. And now I'm going to go ahead and do cream concealer, why not? And I'm going to go for more of a dramatic look today because that's what, as you can tell, I like Girl Pro Conceal, and this is the shade Beautiful Bronze. And as you can tell, this is not my skin color, so this is really going to make a, oh, I already got it. It's going to make a lot of a contrast. My camera just told me that it stopped recording automatically. Why? But definitely if you have maybe a scratch or scab or just any texture on your face, something you definitely don't want to do is swipe, because it's just going to catch on to all that texture and it's not going to create that smooth, flawless base that you want. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure that you tap it in. So you just want to make sure that you tap it, I talk with my hands, instead of, you know, swiping it all over, because it's not going to create that smooth finish that you want. So now that that is done, I'm going to go in with powders. I'm going to take my Kat Von D translucent setting powder. I'm going to take a dry beauty blender. And the reason that I'm going in with a dry beauty blender, instead of a wet one is because if you mix powders and liquids, it's just going to create this clumpy look. And so that can happen sometimes when using a wet beauty blender for powders. So I want to go in with that, and I want to make sure that I dab it on the back of my hand to get any excess powder off and make sure that it's just going to create a smooth, even application. So you want to make sure there's no creases in your concealer. Go ahead in with that powder and set your concealer. I have very dry skin, so I don't like to set my whole face with powder because then it creates a very bland, kind of crusty looking, like flaky. So I just like to set my T-zone with this powder. Go over my nose, my forehead, just right in the center of my forehead because my forehead is very dry. And then I actually will go ahead in with a fluffy brush and just like brush that off. I'm gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit and just take the same big fluffy brush that I just did and dip right into that bronzer, tap off the excess. And you want to follow the contour that we did with the cream. So we want to go in here and just bronze that up. And go down your neck, make sure everything blends out. Now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. Love this thing. I'm going to take the Dry Beauty Blender, again, and I'm going to dip into these two first shades here, which is like a light pink and a light yellow. I like mixing the two, make more of a natural shade. I'm going to go in under my eyes, just cover that up some more, add some more brightness. And I want to define my contour, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of that powder and just follow from the outside of my mouth to right about the middle of my ear and just really carve out that contour that I did. So we're going to go like this, just like that. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead with a slightly smaller fluffy brush and dip into all of these contour shades. I just like mixing them all. Take off the excess. That almost fell. I'm on a roll. So you just want to keep this tight and defined so it doesn't darken your whole face look. As you can see how you know, dramatic that already is. So I'm already going to go ahead and brush this off. And I'm just going to take this really big fluffy brush and just get rid of that. Go under my eyes. And you see it leaves you with that very defined contour look. I'm going to take an angled fluffy brush and dip into my blush, which is the Tarte in the shade Party. And it's a very toned down, very not pink blush, especially I want to use that for this look. And on top of that, I don't care much for very rosy cheeks, so I don't aim for very hot pink blushes for myself. Of course, if that is, you know, the look that you guys like, by all means go for that hot pink flushed look. Why are y'all interrupting? Why? It's my dad. He interrupts all of my videos. So I'm going to take now this very like precise little brush and take, which blue do I want? I'm going to take this blue right here, which is just like a very normal blue. Like I can't describe it other than blue. It's blue. So I'm going to take this under my lash line. And I just want to, I am going for more of a dramatic look, so normally I would take it about halfway, but I'm going to take it all the way in. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush that I've been using in the beginning and dip into that color. Kind of take that on the top as well. There we go. Yeah, I like that more. And I'm just going to try to blend that out into my crease. I'm going to take a black waterproof pencil liner, which is just the brand Sephora, and I'm going to go hit my waterline with that. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go in and take my mascara. Today I'm going to be using the Great Lash Maybelline, which is like this, the OG of mascaras. The green and pink bottle, nothing has changed, and this one's waterproof. And then, ooh, Emily. That's your eyeball. My camera is about to die. I'm going to go in and do my brows. And I'm going to be taking my Sephora Gel Structure Brow Builder. And so it's just like, it looks a little bit like a mascara one. And you just brush it through your brows. So, I'm sorry that I cut out earlier. I was, I believe, in the middle of doing my brows. All I did was I finished them and then I applied a nude lipstick. My camera died, and so I just figured I should just go ahead and finish up my video. I did apply false lashes. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in yet or not. But I had put on some false lashes earlier and I did not at all like how they looked, and they actually really irritated my eyes. That's why I have my hair like this. I don't know if you can tell, I'm sure you can't. Like this is just completely messed up because my eye is very irritated and has been watering non-stop. So once that irritation goes down and my eye stops crying on its own, I will go in and fix that, but for now that's what I'm stuck with. So we're just gonna have my hair flip this way. It's okay. So this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something new. Thank you all for watching. If you guys recreate this look, please be sure to tag me in it. My Instagram handle will be down below. Thank you guys. Bye bye.